Right, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, man. So the word around the street is that Charles Conwell is, he's not taking the fight with Jaron Ennis, and they're saying that he can make more money fighting Vergil Ortiz. Now, he's been very vocal saying that he believes that he can defeat Vergil Ortiz. And like I said before, I've heard the stories about them sparring at least twice, where Charles Conwell basically beat the hell, Jaron Ennis beat the hell out of Charles Conwell. So, that's the word on the street. And the second time they said Conwell did a lot better. So, may it be a thing of where I can beat Charles, I got a better chance of beating Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis. I agree. I think that's kind of what it is, and he said he can make more money, but will Golden Boy feed you Vergil Ortiz? Are we waiting for Vergil Ortiz to get a title? Are y'all gonna fight for a non-title? That's what we need clarity on. I just don't think he wants to fight Jaron Ennis. And how much has Charles Conwell made? Has he made six figures? And I'm not saying this to diss him or nothing like that. This ain't that. I'm just saying, I'm asking questions. Has he made six figures? Has he made six figures in his career? That's the $1 million question. Has he made six figures in his career? They be saying, oh man, Eddie sent in a low ball offer, which in Brian Norman Jr. case, I kind of can understand, because one of the ways that I can understand what he kind of means is that he means it in a way of, this is a unification bout. This is my first title defense. But Charles Conwell, this it ain't a unification bout, it ain't a championship bout. So I mean, what are you looking to make in this? That's the thing. What are you looking to make? Are you looking to make $500K? Are you looking to make $800K? Are you looking for $1 million? And then what you making now? And I get it, like fighting Boots right now, what do I get out of fighting Boots at 54? I have all the leverage, you know what I'm saying? I'm number 4 in the WBA. You know what I'm saying? I'm number 4 in the WBA, or number 4 in the WBC, and number 7 or something like that in the WBO. If I beat Boots, am I going to get an immediate title crack? That's a great question. If I beat Boots, am I going to get an immediate crack at the title? So that's interesting. Am I going to get the immediate crack at the title? So you can say, well, Eddie sent a low ball, but if you ain't made that type of money before, is it really a low ball offer? Guys asking for 4 or 5 or 6 times more than they done made. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. You ask for 4 or 5, 6 times more than what you actually done made in your career. So, like I continue to say, you can say, well, I can fight Vergil Ortiz. Like, Vergil Ortiz ain't too much more of a bigger star than Boots is. And who knows if Vergil Ortiz ever gonna get a title crack and ever gonna fight you. Golden Boy doesn't have a history. They don't have a high history or no history for putting their own black fighters that they promote in big fights. They don't have a history of doing that. They don't have a history of putting their top fighters. They don't have a history of putting their top fighters in the ring in the ring with other top fighters. They don't. They don't. So, you know, Conwell, like, okay, I get an opportunity. Where's the opportunity? It's not for a title. I guess the opportunity is notoriety. The opportunity is, you know, I get an opportunity to be the main event. That's the only way I can look at it. You get the opportunity to be the main event. So, yeah, I mean, from that standpoint of view, it might make a little bit of sense. You know, and if you have a good account of yourself, or if you win, or you know, is that really gonna push you back? But if you get beat up, you get knocked out by a welterweight in this first fight moving up, I mean, really all the risk is assumed by Conwell, to be honest. All the risk is assumed by Conwell. And he know Vergil Ortiz is a more winnable fight. So, you know, it ain't that they not throwing enough money out here like that. It's just that the risk is not matching the reward to fight Jaron Ennis. The risk is not matching the reward. So there you have it. When the risk doesn't match the reward, now we have a problem. Now we have a problem. So, yeah, you know, from a standpoint of view for Conwell, I done built all this shit up for myself. You know, I done built all this shit up for myself. Why sit here and, you know, fight Boots? And, you know, I may never get a title fight. I might get in there and get stopped. You know, when I get in there and I get stopped, then what? Then where's my career? Do I go to a journeyman or whatever? So he know what's up with Boots. He know what Boots did to him in sparring. I know sparring is sparring. And it's a reason why Boots and them picked him out of all the junior middleweights. It's a reason why Boots, you know, allegedly picked him, because they know they can beat him. They already know what they did to him in sparring. That's why it was no problem for them to unify with Brian Norman Jr., because they know what they did to him in sparring. You know? So, it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get real interesting. So, but I feel them. I definitely feel them. You want what you worth. You know, you want exactly what you worth, and for the most part, it's the risk that's not matching the reward for Charles Conwell. I'm already rising for a title fight. And in reality, like, he may be 2 or 3 years away from a title fight. How it's twisted up and with the politics, Fondora, Bud, Tim Tszyu, Backrom, Madrimov, Serhiy Bachenko, Vergil Ortiz. You know, in reality, this opportunity to make this money may not be there in the immediate future. A main event might not be in his immediate future on this type of stage. So he could be giving up an opportunity that he may never be able to get back. Truth be told. That might be truth be told. He may be giving up an opportunity that he may never get back. So, you know, with that being said, With that being said, in my humble opinion, I think for him, he should think long and hard about it, because Golden Boy ain't never laid out a red carpet for a black fighter that they didn't sign. Every black fighter didn't complain. They done did them dirty. Wilder, Jamil Charlo, James the Beast Wilson. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of guys. So, this opportunity that you get, I can make more fighting Vergil Ortiz. They not going to throw you in there with Vergil Ortiz. Especially if you a danger. Look at Blair Cobb start, gunning to fight Vergil Ortiz, and what they do. They released him. Didn't want to work with him no more. It wasn't that he lost. They released him because he was on Vergil Ortiz's helmet and exposing Vergil Ortiz for a few things. So, whatever Oscar promising you, that's why we talking about Floyd Schofield and his daddy and Kid Austin and his daddy and Charles Conwell. You better watch how you dealing with Golden Boy. They shiesty. They don't probably have no plans on throwing you in there. Listen to me. They probably don't have no plans of throwing you in there with They don't have no plans of throwing you in there with Vergil Ortiz. I'm telling you. Unless Vergil Ortiz becomes a used condom. And basically what I mean, he lose and whatever, and they use him as a stepping stone. Golden Boy, Oscar look out for Oscar pockets first. That's what you can say. Oscar look out for Oscar pockets first. That's what he do. That's what De La Hoya do. And then he gonna look out for his Mexican compadres. Everything after that, it's tertiary. It's third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So yeah, man. So yeah, think about that for a minute. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole 9. Peace.